Hey guys, welcome back to another YouTube video, and today we're going to be reviewing this Galaxy S10 Plus I found on the Facebook Marketplace. It's honestly, Facebook Marketplace is kind of like, you can think either like Craigslist or eBay, but usually the prices are lower. Yeah, sounds about right. Now, as you'd imagine, this phone is good. But is that as good as the very cracked LG V40 currently filming this video? That's what I'm here to find out. As this is an in-depth review, I will be talking about all aspects of the device. Things like battery life, performance, camera quality, video quality. I'm going to be covering all that today in this review. Now, because this review might be pretty long, I'm also going to be including timestamps for those different aspects about the device down in the description below. So, while you're down there, I would really appreciate it if you could hit that like and subscribe button down below, as I think this is the 5th take on this video so far. It's not going well. But I think the first thing that we should start talking about today is most certainly the looks of the device, because I mean, just look at it. It's beautiful. As far as looks are concerned, it looks amazing, at least from the back. This pearl blue color just pops when you look at it, and that's quite cool to me. Of course, it still is your bog standard glass, aluminum, glass sandwich. And that's not a bad thing. Good things include the, oh, we're doing this again? That's right! It's got a freaking headphone jack! Isn't it crazy how Samsung still included headphone jacks on a device that came out in 2019? Crazy, right? On top of the device, you'll see the SIM and SD card tray. That's right. It also supports SD cards. Oh man. Them Samsung people over there, they must have been real smart 2 years back. Of course, turning the device to the front, you are greeted with a bit of a meme, as you can see up there in the top. It's the cameras are kind of like eyes, so I have Bender in the top right of my screen now. You can't unsee this. Other than the cutout for the cameras, though, the display pretty much covers the entire front of the device. Because it's Samsung, the sides of the glass are indeed curved, but I have no issues with that, because I have to use a case now. Yeah, I gotta use this now, because my floor is out for smartphone blood. Don't touch him, floor! I don't want any more cracked phones. I think we should also talk about the display as well while I'm here. This display, right here, this display is absolutely, by far, the best smartphone display I've ever seen. Period. It actually gets bright enough to see in the daylight. They're about the same. Although I could have sworn the Samsung looked way better in the sunlight. But again, the Samsung device does not have an IR sensor in the front, so it couldn't tell. Also, the stinking AC, man. And the colors are quite balanced once you turn off the disgusting vivid preset. It's awful. If you're using a Samsung phone right now, you probably have it on. Please, for the love of God, turn it off. It's awful. It's search color in the settings. You'll find it under like color mode or whatever. Sure, it is only 60 hertz, but going from the LG to this guy right here is honestly like taking a breath of fresh air. This phone also has an under-screen fingerprint sensor, which I'll get to in a bit. There's been no lag that I've experienced so far in my week of usage, and everything just feels faster versus the LG. Now performance. There is tons of performance with this thing. It makes this LG feel like it's standing still. I really don't understand, to an extent, why people get $1,200 smartphones these days, because that 6S Plus sitting over there, yeah, this guy right here, feels as fast as this LG. I already said it in the 6S Plus review. It feels about the same, which is why I don't understand people paying $1,200 for a new phone. But anyway, that's aside. That's a story for another day. Let's talk how games run. Yep, you knew it. I'm a gaming channel. We were gonna come to the games eventually. So I've played lots of different games on it so far. Minecraft runs pretty flawlessly, honestly, at an estimated probably about 40, 50 FPS or thereabout, when the display is running at 1080p. By the way, can't tell the difference between 1440p and 1080p on this display, even with my young, undamaged eyes. World of Tanks Blitz runs at 50 FPS at all maxed settings. Now, obviously, that's pretty stupid, so I'd suggest dropping, like, maybe anti-aliasing or something. Just a little bit to hit 60. Crossout Mobile runs at 60 FPS with medium to high settings without issue. And I've also tried plenty of 2D games, and they all run fine, with a very interesting exception. A childhood favorite, Extreme Road Trip 2, seems to have some very strange bouncy physics due to how fast the phone is. Now for the boring bit. Phone specs. The display on this thing is actually 6.4 inches, which I didn't really believe until I saw like GSM Arena and all that, and I was like, oh, what do you know? It has a 1440p AMOLED display, and driving that display is the Snapdragon 855 with 8 gigs of RAM inside of this phone. It has a 4100 milliamp hour battery with 15 watt wired and wireless fast charging, along with slow reverse charging, which does work with this LG and is very funny. But I think it's more tuned for charging things like your AirPods and Samsung's competitor. I think they're the Samsung Buds Pro or whatever the hell it is. As I said, the cameras are almost exactly the same specs-wise. A 12 megapixel standard angle, 12 megapixel 2x optical zoom, and 16 megapixel wide angle. Yes, even that camera is shared between this guy and the LG there. But both front-facing cameras are indeed better. So I believe this one here is a 10 megapixel. This one's an 8. And the 8, I believe, has a slightly wider field of view versus the 10 megapixel camera. It's the LG that's filming this all over again. I don't want an extra camera on the front of my damn phone that's worse and barely makes a difference. I don't like this trend. I really don't. The device also has stereo speakers. With this device specifically, the earpiece speaker is amplified, and the bottom speaker also just works as a bottom speaker. The LG filming this, it only does the bottom. And honestly, watching YouTube out of this thing, leagues better than this LG because of that amplified speaker. It's actually fantastic. In fact, it sounds so good, it honestly sounds way better than any phone I have or have ever had. It sounds that good. I mean, these cheap, like, KZ earbuds, I'm sorry, I watched Dank Pods, okay? KZ sounds better than KZ. sue me or something. No, don't actually do that. So, take a quick listen with this versus the LG. Okay, boring bit over. You probably want to know about cameras now, don't you? Yeah? Well, I gotta show you. Just kidding. Did you really think I was gonna do that? Yeah, okay. Well, you know what? It's fine. Which can actually describe the photo quality on the S10 Plus. It's fine, honestly. The photos it produced were as good as the LG, if not better. But I really didn't see it beating the LG in too many circumstances. But specifically, it did in low light. In low light, by, you know, shadows and that sort of thing, which are more defined and detailed versus the LG. But Samsung put a vibrant filter on this image, and it's annoying that they even did that, honestly. And, well, here's your quick little, mic and video snippet. Hey, look, it's this stinking video that's taken me, like, 4 hours to render. I swear it's normal. It's totally normal. Hang on. I have to disconnect the charger. That guy over there's very loud. Tis very loud. And then here's the LG. It used to be top dog. This is really taking like 4 hours. It's kind of ridiculous. Whoa, look at the difference in the zoom quality. Hot damn. Okay. Loud boy is still being loud boy over there. So that's cool. Yeah. Conclusion time. The underscreen fingerprint sensor is, of the ultrasonic variety, which kind of sucks because that means any screen protector you buy has to have a hole in it, like this one. But it does work for the most part fine. It seems like you have to set multiple of your fingerprint in order for it to scan properly. But yeah, I mean, other than that, the display is awesome, the phone's fast, the cameras are good, and the battery life is excellent. I mean, what else do you need in a phone, really? So, would I recommend the S10 Plus to y'all out there? Abso-freaking-lutely, man. There's nothing really all that wrong with it, other than how some apps give you a gigantic notch because of the camera cutout. But oh well. I mean, if you can find one for under $300, pull the trigger, right then and there if it's in a good condition. If you're fine with a slightly smaller phone, and I do mean slightly, like 0.2 inches, I think, or something like that, then you could instead get the S10, which is definitely a better buy. Anyways, guys, this was yet another scripted video, if you couldn't tell. So, if you like this sort of content, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button down below. And it's free, And don't forget to hit that bell now either. This has been Diamond 11, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.